I did a post about a riddle the other day about how we become unconsciously comfortable with an excitable nervous system. Now we have to change that to becoming consciously excited about a comfortable nervous system. I'll see if I can explain this in this video. Excited. A couple of people asked, how do you get consciously excited about a comfortable nervous system? Well, if you think about the whole pattern behind persistent pain, it's come about through a period in someone's life, a time in someone's life when the behaviours they've exhibited unconsciously have driven the nervous system to automate the reactions that they're now experiencing as pain. Put aside any tissue injury, if there was or wasn't any, it's healed. And even if it hasn't healed to its full capacity in terms of the scarring or those changes, then it doesn't mean that it has to be persistently painful. There might be a restriction there, but that doesn't mean it should be painful. But either way, the nervous system of that person's body, the tissue involved, one tissue, lots of tissues, one system or lots of systems, become hypervigilant. And because the person unconsciously, repeatedly, habitually had a certain set of behaviours, approaches, thought patterns, mechanisms of coping with what they were coping with, they automated the heightened state of the nervous system, so they unconsciously became comfortable with that heightened state without realising it. The nervous system thinks it's the best way to deal with what's going on in their life then, but it sets it as a template for the rest of the life where you don't need it to be that level, and it's exhausting to be like that. So you have to be consciously excited about a much calmer nervous system. That means you have to trigger excitement to become calm, because excitement is motivation. Motivation is dopamine. Dopamine is almost like the building blocks of adrenaline for the new pathways that you want to learn. So it needs focus, but it needs a calm focus on calm behaviours. So behaviours that are categorically gentle for the nervous system, gentle, calm thoughts, gentle breathing patterns, calmer movements, and calmer expression of emotions. Now, the nervous system, when it's been set at such a high point for a long time, maybe before the trauma that triggered the pain, and it can go back to childhood for some people, it's never felt normal to be calm. Even before pain, the persistent pain, people might have been always busy and always at it and always keep going and always doing. They're just constantly trying to strive to feel better about themselves in some way. But the nervous system set a long time ago at a heightened state. So it takes practice and commitment and courage to start to take your nervous system to safer places. This is about behaviour change. It isn't about tissue healing. The fact that the pain appears is the nervous system stopping you or attempting to stop you from changing what it thinks is the best set point. So you almost have to be an awareness above the nervous system and be the calm voice that you want to dictate how you want to start to set your life and set your nervous system within that life so that it toes the line. It doesn't need to be set at the state at which there is constant pain. So that takes habitual pattern changes. It takes change. And it takes a commitment to that change, and that has to be something that somebody decides in their own time. And once they decide, I'm going to do it, they're going to do it despite any fear that pops up, despite any frustration, despite any pain flares that appear, despite any good days that come. They stay consistent, so you don't get too high, you don't get too low with any of these new steps that you take. As you reward that behaviour, okay, that's getting excited about doing this calm thing. So let me give you an example. Let's say you decided to flip the kettle, take 2 minutes of calm breathing in the middle of a crazy day, in the middle of being in pain, in the middle of all the normal dysfunctional patterns that make life painful for you, if that's the case, but you decide to flip the kettle and breathe for 2 minutes. Now if you reward that, okay, the reward is the motivation is excitement, so yes, I have a little bit of time for myself. You're rewarding the effort, not the end result. So you're getting excited about a calmer nervous system. And that's the skill, not I'm doing this breathing technique, yes, well done, oh, it hasn't worked. You're actually, as soon as you criticize yourself, as soon as you sense the failure, as soon as you feel disappointment, regret and annoyance with yourself, you're simply back in the old state. So you have to stay calm before you attempt the new behaviour, as you do it and as you finish it, so there's no fear or frustration appears. Whether pain appears or not is irrelevant, but you will make it much more tolerable as a starting point if you can start with no pain. If your life is one of constant pain, then do it anyway, but do it at a level that doesn't make it spike, but you stay calm during, calm before, calm during, calm afterwards. And that sense of, yes, I did really well there, before, during or afterwards. If you can do all three, do all three, and if you can't, just do it once. That's creating an excitement, motivation, dopamine, laying a new neural pathway for being calm. And the nervous system will start to learn that it's okay to be calm. Now it's okay to be calm now. Even if there's stuff going on that's not calm, you can start to set the system outside of those events so it knows how that feels. And when you get good at that and you habituate it, and that's totally possible, then you can start to apply it in different places and times and events, future events, past events, things that you deal with in the moment. It really is possible to reverse persistent pain. It shouldn't be so much of a riddle. It's a simple mechanism. Pain is a signal for you to attend to yourself. And if you learn and habituate the mechanisms of calm attention to yourself, you can be free from persistent pain. There's so many different ways to approach it, but it's the principle and intent behind any behaviour, not the behaviour itself, that's key. And it's rewarding the effort of attempting and staying consistent that you reward, not the end result. Reward the effort in approaching each of these behaviours and get excited about that.